There's a great mix in MDP of kind of research and writing and also just like a value base. The people who come out of the MDP program have that value base and those principles when working in Indigenous communities.
MDP approaches things in the way that we approach things a lot of the times. So then there's a lot more care from the start in the way that we kind of go about in doing our work with MDP students. Throughout the course of a year, we'll probably get about 200 solicitations to oversee students. And in terms of our relationship with MDP, that's always one that we want to maintain. We've been able to take students in and show them the workings and the philosophies of Sunshine House. One of the things that's really important in the way that we do research or that we engage in kind of research, whether that be internally or whether that be with external agencies, is to ensure that it's healthy and that it's reciprocal and that those relationships are organic and not forced.
You can't do any of the work unless you have a good relationship with people.
One of our most successful ventures was the language learning component. We had 2 students who came in and they sat with participants and they kind of just got to know them a bit. They talked about like what kind of Indigenous language stuff would they like to see happening at Sunshine House. And so from there, they were able to do a lot of the work that I don't have a lot of time to do. They were able to provide a lot of theoretical backing and they were able to provide kind of evidence as to why it's important to have language programming in a small organization like this. We were successful on 2 grants to implement some sort of language component into Sunshine House programming.
The Winnipeg Boldness Project is a social innovation project in the North End. We focus on the well-being of children and families, but what well-being means is so holistic. And so having students come that have been exposed to lots of different things is a really big attribute to when they're doing their placement with us. With MDP students, there is a high capacity to do the kind of work that we do.
They bring that ability to do very thorough and rapid research, and when we get a really good final report, we literally can just copy and paste those things into grant applications. They produced something that was really useful, and I know that they produced something that was meaningful for participants.
What we have brought to the table in terms of whether it's the coursework involvement or the field placement students is research in a community-grounded way.
Students get to apply those very strong technical abilities in a really dynamic and culturally appropriate space. The ability to work with organizations that are really integral to community support networks within the city of Winnipeg creates like a really wonderful educational tapestry that people walk away from and that they're kind of wrapped into as they go out into the world. Every single person that came through the capstone course in MDP always came back. They would just pop by and they would say hello, or they would be interested in doing other kind of things with us. That's usually a good sign that we're all doing something together in a good way.